Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Eugene Ormandy, a retrospective part 2. We are surveying the Japanese RCA Ormandy edition because these RCA recordings are not included in any of the big Ormandy boxes that have been released previously or are scheduled. Presumably at some point they'll get around to them, maybe, hopefully. But if not, well, we've covered them all first, so that's even better. They do need a good remastering because some of these were very iffy sonically. But there are some absolutely splendid things in here that he did not do for Columbia and which are really fine performances. Here's a really good one. This is Mendelssohn, the Scottish Symphony, along with the Hebrides Overture, and 3 or 4 bits. 4 bits from A Midsummer Night's Dream, the Scherzo, Intermezzo, Nocturne, and Wedding March. The Scottish Symphony is a really good performance. And, you know, the finale, which is marked Allegro Guerrerico or something like that, right? Yeah, isn't it something like that? Well, it is, actually. It's not listed here, but it is. Warrior-like. This is one of the few performances where I really think you get that. You get it because of the violins. I mean, those wonderful Philadelphia strings. They stab. You know the tune? They really hit those opening notes of each phrase. It's powerful stuff. Really is. So that's really rather nice to have. Then we've got Swan Lake excerpts, the suite from Swan Lake, with all kinds of cute little goodies like the Dance of the Little Swans and whatnot. I mean, this is Ormandy's meat and potato stuff. He did it a few times. Is this the best of them? Well, I don't know. I mean, it's very good. It's very good. And there's like plenty of it here. There's like a good chunk of it. It's not just the suite. Opus 20 is just the suite. I don't know. There's a lot of music on this sucker. It really is. So that's nice to have. It's 55 minutes. Not the normal suite, the short suite. It's extended excerpts, really. I mean, that's what it really is. Then we've got, yes, we've talked about this. You know, one of the more interesting things about Ormandy is that he did do a lot of contemporary music and he did do a lot of unusual repertoire and he was game for it and he always did it very, very well. And here we have Penderecki's Utrenia, the morning service, actually. Oh my goodness, let's see. The Entombment of Christ, sung in Old Slavic. Yeah, in authentic Old Slavic with the Temple University Choir. And let's see, Stevania Vojtovich and Kirsten Meyer and Seth McCoy, your soloists, and others, some more. Bernard Ladit, I don't know, I can't even see this thing. As usual, this is tiny, tiny print. Oh, okay, Ladish, thank you. And Peter Lager, yes, Bernard Ladish and Peter Lager, those wonderful low basses that Penderecki likes to write for. This is really cool. It was very unexpected coming from this source. It's a wonderful work, by the way. It really is. It's one of those choral masterpieces that Penderecki wrote, along with, like, you know, the Polish Requiem and some of the other stuff that's just heavy duty and quite amazing. And oh, look at this: Shostakovich 15 and the Bartok 4 pieces for orchestra. Well, nobody knew the Bartok 4 pieces for orchestra when this thing showed up. This was recorded in 72, it looks like, somewhere around there, 1969 and 1972. So that's kind of amazing. The Shostakovich 15th was as good as a premiere. It came out on a 3-disc set, I remember vividly, with Shostakovich 13, 14, 15. As if RCA wanted to get them out of the way quickly because they're all late and kind of creepy. But it's a very fine performance of the 15th, and the Bartok 4 pieces are just slamming. And I just fell in love with this. It was the original LP, or one of the LPs anyway, coupled it with the second piano concerto with Alexis Weissenberg. And that's how I originally got it. But this third movement, this intermezzo, it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a very Debussy and Impressionist piece. And really, it's a fine work. The only reason it doesn't get played very often is because, well, the scherzo is kind of nasty, and the final concluding movement is a funeral march, and a really rather gaunt and depressing funeral march. So we don't get to hear all 4 pieces often as not. I mean, you could like switch the movements around or something to make it a little more appetizing. I don't know. It's really fun. And last but not least, what do we have here? Rachmaninoff. Oh, Rachmaninoff Third Piano Concerto with Ashkenazy, what many regard as Ashkenazy's finest recording of the Rachmaninoff Third. And, Ormandy offers his usual superb accompaniment. The piano sound is a little bit clattery in this recording. This is another one of those things that could be remastered to good advantage. And we also get the Yellow River Concerto. Remember that? It had 15 minutes of fame with David Epstein piano. And let's see, some famous oboe and other people. But wow, look at that. The Yellow River Concerto as a coupling to the Rachmaninoff Third. Well, that's fun. And again, there are surprises in here. There are. And you'll have to wait to see if they do a big box, or maybe you can still get some of these things separately. These Japanese editions were really great because they were very systematic and thorough. They just went through the entire discography and numbered everything and shoved it out. And I was really, excited to be able to get it because a lot of stuff was unavailable. So we'll see what Sony / BMG / whoever they are, what they decide to do with the later Ormandy legacy. But right now we have to get past the next big Columbia Recordings box that's got just tons of fabulous stuff in it. So until then, we know what we're missing and what we're hoping for. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.